Per l'ultimo intervento andiamo a New York, credo.
Last speech, we are going to New York. The person is connected remotely, Pietro Mattioni, Zonin 1821. He is the CEO.
Eccoci qua.
Here we are. Welcome. Okay, I think, well, you are in Florida, right? It's like 6 a.m. in the morning. Thank you for waking up so early. No worries, I'm already used to it. So when I come to Miami, then I have like an early wake up. Well, I'm not going to ask you if you followed the previous speeches because this would be too much. But anyway, I have been connected for 1 hour, more or less. So I followed you even before. Well, this morning we have been talking about several topics from different viewpoints, hospitality, wine and catering. These are worlds that are connected to each other, intertwined, and well, together with hospitality and wine and food. You are in America because you have a meeting, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we do have a branch in Miami, and we had like 6 important meetings with the governance and the American team as well. So I couldn't come personally to Milan, well, for this interview, but I will be back on track as soon as these working days are over. So, can you give us just an idea of Zonin Group? You are one of the big players in Italy. 200 million euros turnover last year, at least. Yes, that's true. The Zonin family has owned the company for 7 generations, well, 101 years. 200 million euros is the maximum turnover we reached. This is connected with export, so export-oriented. This is really export-oriented, so for international markets. We do have 2 strong product lines, the lifestyle with the Zonino brand and sparkling wines, and then we also have some farms, because over these 200 years the company acquired 7 different holdings in Italy and also in the US. And they also represent kind of the backbone of our business worldwide. The company manufactures and produces 50,000 bottles, 50 million bottles. Sorry, 24 million are sparkling wines. And then we also have a good balance, like a 31% turnover with the Zonin brand, which is the global brand of the company. followed by 140 countries worldwide, and then we also have different holdings that account for 40% more or less. So, like estate. And you also have an important direct production, right? What is your presence on the market in terms of production, consumption, market, etc.? Well, as far as the price is concerned, we have two different developments that are going on, and they are quite dangerous, so quite risky. First of all, it is difficult to transfer this kind of inflation that we have on the inputs on the market. And this is an important topic for the entire sector, the entire business, and with the luxury segment of some brands, we have like the premium range of products where you can afford these luxury products. So you can even absorb this kind of inflation. Second topic is the decoupling of young generations from the wine world. So these attachment and also the ability of this sector to keep up with this competitiveness in the next few years. But as far as these consumers are concerned, do they really want or strive for alternative products? Are you working on that or not? Yeah, we try to speed up as much as possible innovation in the international markets. The Italian market is very, very conservative from the wine-producing point of view. And the international market saw the launch of many novelties, new products and innovations. And innovation is part of our DNA. This is very high on the agenda, an important item. We think that there are so many products revolving around wine. They can be kind of a teaser, or they can be appealing to our consumers, so that our world can be driven further, and so that they can touch and drink true wine. So you have like new products, and it's a very soft entry into the wine world. Yeah, that's true. And then we also have the reduction of the alcoholic content in some markets. There are some NLA products, which is also quite a topical issue. It is quite fashionable, but we don't know whether the quantity is going to be high enough. Maybe it's going to be something that will come to an end after a couple of months. But anyway, a lot of attention is paid to innovation. This has always been, a core value for our company. Since I joined the company, we have been focusing on that. And this is something that is really dear to all of us. Well, Prosecco is one of the most important wines, right? To you. There was like a boom of Prosecco. Well, what does it look like now? What about Prosecco now in terms of development? Well, Prosecco is still one of the successful stories of Italy worldwide. This is a category, a huge category, that was able to go beyond all the different boundaries, so to say. We could also sell Prosecco to French people, which says a lot. I mean, this is a market that in some areas is very flexible from the point of view of the price. There have been some price increases in the last 12-24 months, but these price increases also left a mark on the volumes. I mean, they had an impact on the volumes, but nevertheless, I am quite confident that Prosecco will stand up once again, and we are not yet at the right moment in time, so to say, because we have like inflation, deflation, some peaks, some ups and downs in terms of products, above all like the basic type of wine, so the standard wine. In the last few years, we had some ups and downs, as I told you, and these were quite strong. And this also makes it difficult to plan everything in the long run, also with a specific logic and approach. And this is something that jeopardized the entire category. Yeah, your group did like 200 million euros turnover last year. I don't know how you are performing this year, but anyway, what is the minimum size to be competitive on the market? Because we are we have so many small companies, SMEs, and we have EVB, and we were talking about 250 million euros turnover, average turnover in Italy. But what is the minimum size, in your opinion? Well, I have to say that it depends on what to do. If you keep continuing, if you keep focusing on the product where you have a very low margin, entry-level mainstream products, or with little added value, then you really need a critical mass, a critical size, in order for you to be successful on the market, because you have like a low margin. If your business is a new one, if you don't have a scalable economy, or if you don't have like a critical size, then you can't reduce costs at an international level. So it is even more difficult and more expensive when it comes to selling abroad. And this is kind of vicious circle if you are not able to deal with it properly. And then if you can shift your production from standard sales to premium sales, 200 million euros coming from HoReCa sales, important markets, then everything is different. There is not a critical size that is predefined. It comes from the business model of the company. Today, currently, we are at 200 million euros turnover. If I had like 100 more, then I would be even happier. But regardless of that, we are having more and more premium products in our estate and the properties and the holdings. This is something that the company has been doing. And we also want to acknowledge our investments that were carried out over the years. From the economic point of view, our business model is very well balanced between the lifestyle model and the Castello di Albola, the old Antica, Borana, Turi, just to name like a few in the US, so the premium world. And this is well balanced, and we need to be very flexible. Sorry, but the sound quality is very bad. Bad sound quality, sorry. And well, we also have an important share of our turnover from HoReCa, then hotels and bars, cafes, etc. So we focus on HoReCa once again. Last year we have like a 38% growth rate in the HoReCa sector. 2023, how are you performing? How are you doing? Well, 2023, I must say that everything is quite good. We are performing well in all areas worldwide. We are going through an important shift in the US, where we basically have rebuilt our strategy on the market, and we also strengthen the American supply chain. We have some promising data from the last 25 months, and fingers crossed, I think we are performing quite well. So your expectations are good. Yeah, I'm quite confident. What to expect from this year? Well, a growth of, well, it depends on the last 4 months of this year. Well, I can share the data with you. The first 6 months, Italy had a growth rate of 11.7% HoReCa, and the premium sector and the exporter team did like a plus 16%. And the market was going through a crisis, and well, everything was good. and is still good. But I have to say that the last 4 months are the ones in which we depend on the season, because seasonality is a topic. If we miss like 15 days or something, if we don't seize all the opportunities, then we can have also losses. I mean, everything can change. But well, fingers crossed. I want to cross my fingers, and I want to say anything now for the time being. I will share the figures with you later. You have 7 different holdings, right? 7 farms. Yeah, how important is the hospitality part in your opinion? Well, catering and experience, etc., etc. Well, we are developing all this. The farm that started as forerunner make it possible to make hospitality as an integral part of our offer of the real estate, of the holding. And this is important to advertise also this estate, the holding. 60,000 people visit our holdings every year. We have kind of a traditional hospitality like agriturismo in Italy, a small trattoria with the wine cellar. We are developing also hospitality in Sicily, where we expanded our business in breathtaking areas, kind of a paradise where Princitera, and we refurbished everything at the center of the holding, and this is really unbelievable. We are about to open other hospitality facilities in other holdings. There are some regions that are more hospitality oriented and others that are less oriented. But anyway, we would like to make sure that every single farm can have its own hospitality facility, accommodation facility within the company network. It would be much easier. So you potentially have the opportunity to get inspired from the US market. So what is the effect, what is the impact of hospitality in terms of turnover in such a wine-producing company as yours? Well, I think it would account for 3-4% of the turnover for the time being. We are investing a lot in a wide range of projects to relaunch hospitality, and I assume that this turnover, or this part of the turnover, will be like 10%, more than 10% of the global turnover. And if we consider the turnover of the holding, but we will try to focus on the estate, on the farm, thanks to hospitality, thanks to a wine shop that we have in the estate, and also thanks to all the sales and products that are sent, exported abroad, thanks to what we did in the past. And we do have a destination. The US market is different from the Italian one, of course, but the group is really focused on hospitality. So you have kind of an in-house benchmark, right? Yes, that's true. We do have a benchmark. We wanted to raise the bar. The bar is very high. Last question. What about the Italian wine industry? What are the forecasts? What are the expectations for the future? It's still very fragmented. I need to tell the truth. I mean, as an Italian, I'm a little bit scared about the wine sector also in the long run. As you told us before, the critical mass, the critical size on the market is increasingly big to keep on the market. And our world is pretty much fragmented. There will be some further aggregations and mergers in order to create stronger groups that are able to keep up with the competition coming from the big top players. When we are abroad, we don't compete with the wine cellar around the corner. We have Constellation, Gallo, Pleasury, Aclic, etc. These are the big groups, so big groups with which we compete. They have a critical, they have effectiveness, they have commercial structure. They are very, very strong from this point of view. So either you are very premium, and you express luxury, and you can have like a lower critical mass, or otherwise the world wine will oblige you to have a strong aggregation. Okay, all clear. Thank you so much, Pietro. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I wish you a very good day, a pleasant day in Miami. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much to all of you who are here in the room. So this meeting has come to an end, and see you next year. Thank you.